Hello all and welcome back. As communicated before, I am starting PowerPoint VBA series of tutorials and this will be the first video in this series. And in this video, I will give a very basic introduction to VBA. Before we start, I request all the viewers to please subscribe, like and share this video and show support to my channel. So let's start with very basic question. What is VBA? VBA stands for Visual Basic for Applications, and please make a note of this keyword applications. VBA is basically a programming language developed and owned by Microsoft, and this programming language is used in most of the Office applications. When I say Office applications, it literally means Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Word, those kind of things. This VBA programming language is purely based upon another programming language called Visual Basic, and it is very important to understand why Microsoft chose Visual Basic as their base programming language to develop the VBA structure. Here, the structure means syntax of the programming language. By the way, welcome to the world of programmers. Now let's see the structure of VBA. As I said before, VBA programming language is purely based upon Visual Basic, so we will understand the structure of Visual Basic itself. As we know, there are many different programming language structures available in the market today. Among all the languages, Visual Basic falls under the category of object-oriented programming language. Let's read it slowly. It's object-oriented programming language. Means this programming language is oriented towards the object on which it is built. And that is the main reason why Microsoft chose Visual Basic language, so that they can customize it as per their different applications. So the core syntax of VBA will remain same, but few things will differ based upon the different applications, or I can say it as objects like Excel, PowerPoint and others. Now let's see the uses of VBA. We generally say VBA is used to automate repetitive tasks or to do some calculations based upon logical decisions. This is true, but this definition is oriented more towards the Excel application because of its data handling capabilities. But if I want to put this definition in layman language, VBA is used to create or to do something which is normally not possible by any object or application. If you guys remember my two videos wherein I did some calculations by adding or subtracting the numbers, taking input from the user, that's normally not possible with PowerPoint, right? But we still achieved it using VBA. So VBA in PowerPoint is used to create interactive presentations. Next we will see the different Office applications which have VBA as inbuilt feature. So VBA is inbuilt in Excel, Access, Outlook, PowerPoint and Word. And as we know, VBA is popularly used in Excel and Access because of their data handling capabilities. Using VBA, we can interact across different Microsoft applications, like we can make Excel to interact with Access, Outlook, PowerPoint and Word, and also we can make PowerPoint to interact with other applications like Access and Excel. We can also interact with few non-Microsoft applications using VBA, but let's not discuss them here. Finally, the most important topic to understand, syntax of VBA. VBA follows something called top-down reference structure. We first start with the application. Why? Because as I said before, VBA is inbuilt in many applications, so it is very important to tell at which application we are exactly pointing at. This typically comes into picture when we are making VBA to interact with different applications. So here, the application will always be on the top of the tree. And in this example, let's choose PowerPoint as our application. After application, we will go one step down to active presentation. This is because if we are working on multiple presentation, we need to point at one presentation that we are working on. Here, term active refers to the presentation file which we are currently working. Once we point at the presentation file, we next go one step down to the slides. Again, each presentation will have multiple slides. We need to point at one particular slide which we will be working on. After slides, we again go one step down and then refer to the objects in that slide. Here, the objects can be shapes like square, oval, triangle, etc., or it can be text fields as well. These objects will always be the part of one particular slide. Now if we look at the tree, we started from the application level and then ended at the individual shapes. This is top-down structure in VBA. Further, these objects have two main sub-items. One is methods and another one is properties. At this level, objects literally mean shapes, and if we add, delete, copy or duplicate any shapes, we call them as methods of any shapes. On the other hand, if we change the size of the shape, their fill colors or text field values, font colors, make them bold or italic, we call them as the properties of any shapes. In layman words, anything that is newly created or added, we term them as methods, and anything related to its color, size or text values, we term it as properties. I hope it is clear on methods and properties of any shapes. These two put together, we call them as actions that we perform on any object or shape. So that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Next I will give a small assignment and I request everyone's active participation. So here is the assignment. We have seen top-down structure of VBA, right? Following the same logic, please comment and let me know similar syntax for Excel application. Like I have shown the syntax starting from PowerPoint as application, then refer to active presentation, slide, and then each shape, and then finally its methods and properties. Similarly, start with Excel as an application and let me know what comes next in these three fields. Methods and properties will still remain at the end, and I hope it will be an interesting assignment. Please participate. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for next tutorial.